Hi guys, welcome to another episode of eBiscuit. Today I am going to show you a simple and free graphic viewer COM editor software. The name of the software is IrfanView. To download the software, go to irfanview.com. There are 32 and 64-bit versions available. It supports Windows 7, 8 and 10 versions. You can also download and install the plugins to get additional features. Please note that the software initially made as an image viewer, and gradually they made changes and became a simple image editor as well. It is a freeware for non-commercial use only. If you are looking for some advanced editing, this is not the software. I have a 64-bit Windows 10 machine and already downloaded and installed both IrfanView and its plugins. I have opened the application now. There are very simple single-key shortcuts available for many of the functions. To open the file, simply press O key on your keyboard. Here I have already downloaded some image files from pexels.com. When you open an image you can see the size in pixels here in left bottom corner of IrfanView. Another thing you should know before we jump to the editing is you can draw a selection on the image using the mouse like this. If you click on the selection you can zoom in. You can also zoom in by simply pressing plus key on your keyboard and minus key is for zoom out. Right now I have opened an image with 1920 versus 1280 pixel size. Now I have an image with different size 5760 versus 2813. 60 versus 2813. The size is very important when we are editing. You can also download copyright-free images from pexels.com. There are a bunch of images and videos available for free. You can download the image with different size. Okay, now come back to the editing. I am going to cover the option under image section. And I am not going to explain each one of them. Instead, I will show you some example of editing. If you need more help you can click on the help button in each section. Or you can also leave your comments so that I can reply. The very first one is swap colors. I take the RGB to RBG swap. This will swap green with blue, and blue with green, and red will remain same. Next is pop art under Adobe plugins. You can increase and decrease color intensity values here. There is an overlay and filtering options as well. You can click on help to know more about each options. Next one is wire worm. In this image, I am going to remove 0. You can adjust the radius and capture to appropriate range. If anyone needs more to know about any of the options, please let me know in the comment. OK to apply it on the image. Ctrl+Z will undo the changes. I will open another image and show you more use case. Here you can see some electric lines. I am going to remove the lines using wire worm option. Smart curve. The dialog curve is arranged in 3 parts. Left is the preview window. In the center is the input graph with the histogram below. On the right are the controls.at. The beginning the graph shows a straight diagonal line. The horizontal axis of the graph represents input levels, the vertical axis represents output levels. The curve charts the relationship between input and output levels. Click in the graph to add points to the curve. A point can be dragged with the pressed mouse key and deleted with a right mouse click. Alternatively, the point is also deleted with the control key plus a left mouse click. Perspective transformation. Sometimes you cannot choose the optimum angle to take a picture. If the object is essentially planar, for example, a painting on a wall, or the angle is not off by much, then there is hope that you can correct the perspective afterwards. The opposite may also be of interest if you want to make a composition and place objects at different angles. For example, pep-up screenshots for a brochure. The Perspective plugin lets you carry out both active or modify and passive or rectify transformations. You can rotate the image around 3 axes, then reposition and resize it. Grid lines can be displayed both before and after transformation. Lots of effects are available in IrfanView. Some effects you will get only if you are installed the plugins. You can open Effects browser using Ctrl and E combination. I will quickly go through some random effects. You can do further adjustments in each effects. Whenever you apply an effect, wait for some seconds to take effect. You can use Filter Sandbox effect if you have installed the plugin. Here you have 3 sections for each effects, scripts, parameter and messages. For each script you can adjust further to get more accurate effect. Speech bubbles and balloons. You can set the width, height and colors for balloons. On the right side you can choose the shape ellipse, bubbles or rectangle. By pressing Ctrl key, you can move the shape using mouse dot. Next we will check on red eye effect. I will open a new image to work on red eye. First you need to select the particular area in the image. Then select red eye reduction effect. Sharpen and auto adjust doest not have any settings. Just apply directly to the image and see the changes. You can make two types of tiled images. One is by giving number of columns and rows, which will divide existing image into rows and columns. Second is by mentioning the pixel values. For this you should know the total pixel size of your image. Replace color will not work with many of the ready images. Here I am opening an image created in PowerPoint. This option required some bug checking from the developer. In color correction you can adjust brightness, contrast and RGB values. You can save a profiles for later use. RGB channel-based negative image is possible here. All channels option will give you a proper negative image of the picture. Next option is to see the RGB channels. For example, if you choose blue and white colors will keep in the image. Rest all colors will change to corresponding gray or black. Many frame styles are available here. You can select the size and colors. You can use pre-redefined shapes and then adjust the size, border, and set the background color. Using Control key and mouse, you can move the shape wherever you want. This option is also the same as the last one, except you can add shadow to the image. Adding image border. You have 3 methods to add the border or canvas. In method 1, mention the values for 4 sides of the image and choose the color of the border. You can resize the images to fit anywhere. I have created separate video for image resizing. You can find the link to the video in the description. These options are for rotation of the image. You can use the keyboard short keys for image rotation. L for left, V for vertical, etc. The last one is panoramic image creation. You can create horizontal and vertical panoramic images.